I've also been asked how to make a guitar string bangle that uses the bobbins in it. Now, it's essentially the same process as before. You just simply don't cut off the the bobbin. You know what I mean. Make sure it's about the right size. There we go. Wrap around. Now, I'm going to make this one be a multi-strand, but as I said, it's the exact same idea either way. So you wrap around till you return about to the end where your bobbin is at. You want your bobbin to be nice and tucked in here. You are not going to cut the bobbin off. You do cut this end of the wire off to hold everything together. You just don't cut over by the bobbin. Next, you have to line up the bobbins together, like so, for making a multi-strand one. And then keep wrapping in the same direction. Add on however many strands you want. I'm making a very thick bracelet. Oop, my bobbin came off, so I'm just going to place it back where it was. I'm making a very thick bracelet. A lot of guitar string on it. You can always use half strings if you want to. Actually, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use the rest of this to create a ring in the future. So I'm just going to do that and finish it off here. Alright, so now we're ready to do the beading. I'm using a thicker wire. This is 18 gauge copper enameled wire. I'm going to get a few inches again. Now, since I want to keep the bobbins, I want to make sure they're exactly where I want them to be at, like so. And then I will start wrapping right next to them. So the 18 gauge wire is a lot harder to manage. You may need to grab your pliers to help you tug everything really nice and snug. You don't want anything falling apart. So it's going to be, I'm going to do 3 wraps here. You know, I'm doing a different pattern. It's not going to be symmetric. I'm going to start with this big bead here and then work my way over towards smaller beads. Put this up over here. Slide it down. Fold it over. Now I'm going to do that thing again where I kind of make a frame around the bead. So you see I'll wrap it around here 1, 2, 3, a few times there, like so. And then I'll keep wrapping around and around. And now I'm going to put my little pearl on. Shoot. The wire is too thick for the bead. Alright, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to finish off the red wire right here. I'll cut it off, and cut it off over here, and then I'll finish it off. So right now I've only got 1 bead on. Okay. And I'm going to find a different wire to use. Well, this is 20 gauge. Let's see if this fits. Aha! Alright, so this is what we're going to do. I started with the red. I'm going to have 1 bead done up in red and the others in this pretty copper color. So we'll hold the copper there. Start wrapping right next to my red. I'll come through with my gold pearl. And now I'm going to continue wrapping the wire. I think I'm going to add 1 more little dude here. I'm not sure if I like this or not, but it shows you the process, and that's the point. Now, clearly I've got these ends here, which need something done with them because you don't want them hurting you. So I'm going to come through, and as close as possible to the beading, I will cut it off. Find out where this one ends, right here. And this one ends, where does this one end? This one got tangled up. I gotta push it through here. Ah, there we go. This one ends right here. It's also kind of difficult to cut. Maybe I should have planned this through a bit more before making the video. Oh well. Alright, and I'm just going to keep wrapping and wrapping until I've covered up the cut ends of the guitar string. Fold the end over. And now I'm thinking for a bit of visual balance, I might try putting some of that golden copper color over here by all my bobbins. Ta-da! It's not perfect, but there you go. Alright, so my dad just came through while I was filming and said how weird that bracelet looked, so I decided I should probably make another one with the bangle to show you what it can actually look like when you do it correctly and it looks pretty. And I'm only going to do a single strand one, and I'm not going to do any beading because that's a lot faster. But just to show you how this can be done, I'm going to wrap all the way around, make my bangle size. I'm making it a little smaller than my wrist so that it can fit other people. Alright, so I've got it here wrapped around, keeping the bangle there. I'll come through with some, I think this is 20 gauge silver, like colored silver, copper wire. And I'm going to start over here, right by the bobbin, wrap around a few times. I'm going to cut this end off, fold it flat. Now I'm going to come and cut off the excess guitar string. Keep wrapping until the end is all the way covered up. Alright, now if I weren't in such a rush, I probably would have thought through the fact that I like putting the wire a lot closer to the bangle, but I didn't, so the bangle kind of, I mean not the bangle, the bobbin. So the bobbin kind of hangs out the end there, but still you can see it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that it answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more questions, you can email me at shaylinsfairyshop@gmail.com. You can also send me pictures of things that you've made using my tutorials. I love to see it, and I'm going to start doing blog posts soon featuring them. By the way, this is that one bracelet that was looking kind of funky, and I fixed it up now, so it looks a lot nicer. I took the bobbins off and made everything pretty even and symmetrical. Anyway, if you want to see more of my stuff, I have a shop. It is Shaylin's Fairy Shop at artfire.com. Please focus. There we go. And my blog, where you can find picture tutorials, is shaylinsfairyshop.blogspot.com. And you can also find me and leave me all sorts of messages on Facebook and Twitter as Shaylin's Fairy. And as always, thank you for watching. Love, Shaylin.